1, 2, 3, clap. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, all sad because they're having a hard time remembering everything we did in Las Vegas. That's Brogan Hastings.
Over there having a hard time actually speaking because this is the second time we've done this intro. It's Wayne Giovinazzi.
I don't have a hard time speaking, I just don't speak well, that's all.
Me no speak good.
I am not articulate in the English language. Or any language, really. But you notice I still pronounce the R's a little bit now.
You're still doing that.
I've listened to that so many times, and I hate that. I should have cut that from the whole fucking the story in the podcast. Yeah. You know, just also the R and Teller a little bit. But yeah. Final episode, not of Hey Buddy Nice Podcast, of our recaps. I think this is it. I think we're going to get through our recaps today.
I think we're just about at the end of the list.
Yeah, and then we can talk about some regular sort of stuff, like we've got some cheese bag mail, which we'll see how we go. As it's really for you, not for me, that one. Mm-hmm. But look, there's not much to talk about really now for Vegas. We might we're gonna remember things as time goes by, and there will just be little nuggets that pop up that we talk about as episodes happen.
Yeah.
But okay, look, we were talking about downtown and Fremont and that a little bit, already. But there was a place that we really wanted to go specifically.
Wayne is now dying. He's forgotten. He's lost his ability to speak.
I'm alive. I was just choking to death. But yeah, there was one place that we specifically wanted to go to, House of a Thousand Pins, because we went there last year. Yes. Well, I didn't go there. You went there last year.
I went there last year after you and Kes had left. And I love pins. And I know you guys do too. And this place is just, it's not a big store, but it's wall-to-wall pins, and I fucking love it. I also
pins
really
and
want
stickers.
Pins, stickers, and it's also
posters.
I've spoken before about an artist that's there, Matt Ortega, who does a comic series called Cornish Assault, and that's where I get the issues. And it only releases like one a year, so...
see me. I get my issues from all over the place.
You're always going to make that joke, aren't you?
Every time. It's like I'm going to make this into a comic as well, but talking with someone about like exercise and that, and I was like, they were doing like pull-ups, and I'm like, I can't do pull-ups. I don't have the arm strength to do them. And they're like, well, you know what you can do is the secret to getting good at pull-ups is doing letdowns. I'm like, yeah, I'm used to letting myself down all the time. And every time I will make that joke. Yeah, I make that joke every time. But yeah, did I say that this is at Container Park? Container Park is a place with the giant mantis flaming head.
I love the mantis.
Didn't see it going off though this time, did we?
We were there too early. It goes off from about from sundown. Every time
during
sundown
the night time.
Yeah.
We were doing daytime visits. But yeah, we left with some pins. We bought some pins, and you got other stuff as well. Did you get postery things? I can't remember.
I did. So I was looking, like I say, I got the issue 3 of Cornish Assault by Matt Ortega. I got there was a couple of pins that I knew about that I was looking for. He does other stuff as well, but one of the pins that he does is like they're like ice cream designs, but it's Spawn and the Violator. So I got them. Yeah, he's called the Violator. That's his actual.
The Violator. The Violator character. Sounds like they'd be at home as a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe villain.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at my pin board just now just to remind myself what I got. But he also designed a sort of weird... It's got like a weird design for Mario characters. And the Bowser one is really, really cool. It's a big pin.
Yeah.
So I got that. I got the poster for it. And there was also a pin that you pointed at and went, Teller! And I
really?
went, it does look like Teller. Do you remember this?
I don't remember it.
I will...
Brogan is leaning into the microphone, going all crinkly, and getting the pin board. I need to get a pin board for all my pins. Oh, yeah. It says Spy Family or something, but yeah, it looks kind of Teller-ish. Notice how I pronounce the R in Teller.
Shut up about it. That's actually getting annoying.
Oh, I know, but it's in my head every time. Because I've had... yep. Yeah.
So... No, it's from an anime series called Spy Family, and the character's actual name is Lloyd. But the second you said Taylor, I have been unable to get that out of my head.
Yeah.
To the point that we were out another shop. We were out at one of the malls, and there was a Hot Topic there, and they had Spy Family socks that had Lloyd on them, and I went, Teller socks.
I shall adorn my feet with Teller.
I got 2 pairs because it was buy one get one for £1.
Oh.
Or $1 even.
$1.
And then I had to go back for something for Mox, and they were still there, and I was like, well, I'm getting something anyway.
Sold. That's something we haven't talked about. Let's sidetrack for a sec, because the Hot Topic was at an outlet mall, because we visited a couple of outlet malls. And they were like not just outlet malls, but where was it? Where was the first one? Was it an outlet mall? I can't remember.
No, it was I know where you're talking about, and it was a fashion
show. Yep.
So I specifically wanted to look for, and I was absolutely convinced that there was a place I seen last year called Psycho Bunny that had some really cool stuff in it, but I never really got a chance to look in or go anything like that, so I was determined to find it. I think the reason that was stuck in my head is because I know I've seen Taylor wear t-shirts that are Psycho Bunny. So I think that's kind of it turns out that's not the place I was thinking of. I can't even remember the place I was thinking of. I walked past it earlier, and it wasn't as cool as Psycho Bunny.
So the place you were thinking of was not Psycho Bunny? I
don't think it was.
But Teller does wear Psycho Bunny. We know that for fact.
Taylor 100% wears Psycho Bunny.
Yeah.
And I think it's maybe completed in my head. However, having said that, the Psycho Bunny stuff is cool.
In that fashion show mall one, everything was cool in the Psycho Bunny store. I liked it all. But it was pricey.
It was not cheap.
Yeah. But you still walked away with some stuff.
I did. I got a t-shirt and a pair of socks. The socks were comfy.
Yeah.
I haven't worn the t-shirt yet because I'm like, it's too nice. I don't want to ruin it.
But we went to another Psycho Bunny at like Fashion Show Mall North or South, whichever one is downtown. And they were a bit more fairly priced. If you're a savvy shopper and looking at the correct items.
Yeah, I got some stuff and it was more expensive than the Fashion Show Mall. And I was like, what the actual fuck? And it was like, it wasn't even a t-shirt or anything. It was a hat and a pair of boxers. And I was like, what the fuck?
See, I got a hat, but it was only like $28.
Yeah, I think my hat was $40, but down from $60. But at the same time, I do not regret buying it.
Oh, yeah. But my Psycho Bunny hat, how long were we there looking at all the hats, me trying them on and trying to get one that I liked?
Oh, I had bought... This was almost the equivalent of comic shops.
Yeah.
This was your comic shop.
Yep.
Because I knew you wanted to buy something and you would not leave. And you wanted to leave, but you didn't. You were like, I'm not leaving till I get something. And
I really like the hat. It's one of my favourite things that I've bought back from Vegas this time around.
Same.
That, the Show Before the Show vinyl, and something else we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But
yeah, mine's... Yours had the blue Psycho Bunny logo on, black with this blue Psycho Bunny logo on it. Mine's is black with a sort of
stag.
No, it's a ram, and that's specifically why I picked it up, because my logo is a ram.
That's right. And I can't draw a ram. That's why the hat in the animatic for you is a Vegas Golden Knights hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proof that I can't draw a ram is I struggle to draw the ram horns on Jonesy's head.
I mean, yeah, you had many options for hats for drawing. I mean, you had the Psycho Bunny one, you had the Penn and Teller one.
Of course. I didn't want to do the ICS ones because look, we can stand on our own now. Our fathers taught us to walk, and now we can stand on our own 2 feet and hold ourselves up.
Our fathers have let go of the metaphorical bicycle seat, and we are pedaling on our own.
Yeah, sure, we've still got training wheels on, but
yeah.
I mean, 62 episodes, 3 episodes in, of course we're going to have training wheels. I mean, I guess, I don't know, we're older than some podcasts, technically. Well, I don't know. How does age work? Because more episodes doesn't mean you're older. Just means you've done a harder recording schedule.
Well, exactly. I mean, the ICS has more episodes than my brother, and me, but they're also... My brother, and me have been going a lot longer.
Yeah. Went out last night with Shandog, who in my phone always corrects it to Shandong, which is just funny. And we went to a place and they would not let me wear my Psycho Bunny hat.
You text me this. Why would they not let you wear your hat?
I don't know. Like we'd already been out elsewhere, multiple places. This was our 3rd stop for the night, so we'd already had a couple of drinks. I thought at first they were turning me away. Like, you're not, buddy, you've had too much to drink. We're not letting you in. I was like,
Wow.
what are you talking about? I can still communicate and walk straight. And like, no, just, you're not allowed to have headgear in here. I'm like, okay. I didn't brush my hair or nothing, but I'll take it off. So yeah, I was very disappointed. He did not respect the blue bunny.
Boo.
How dare.
Disgusting.
Were there any other shops in the outlet malls that you liked?
Well, going back to Fashion Mall, that was quite funny because you wanted to look at the Lego store for something, and then we started walking back because Kes was it was just you and me. Kes was at the hotel, and we'd parked at Flamingo, I think.
Oh, I don't. Wherever we parked, it was a long way. Yes.
It was a long.
Because we got there, I was
That's
driving
where we went
everywhere in
secretly.
Vegas. Yeah, I was driving everywhere in Vegas, and we're locals now. We know the secret way. At least we're driving around the Strip and downtown. Yeah, we can do it all. We found secret ways to where we needed to go.
Yeah, so we'd walked from Flamingo to Fashion Show Las Vegas, and that's a long way away. So you'd text Kes. It's like, okay, we're going to start heading back. But before we left, we'd been talking about Daddy Hydra, because obviously I'd mentioned before that I had Baby Hydra and I wanted to go to Little Shop of Magic to get Daddy Hydra. That was the only thing I wanted to go there for. And we saw a place, and it was definitely you that mentioned this.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
And I can't remember how it came up, but you were like, oh, we should check in there for it. And I was like, yeah, sure, okay.
Well,
and then we walked it.
It wasn't just that. I saw the shop and I was like, hey, what's the brand of your Hydra?
Yes. It's Squishable.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a Squishable shop right there. The shop was Squishable. It was all
was it
Squishables.
Actually branded? Oh shit!
Yeah, it was branded
so
Squishables.
It was.
Yeah,
so it was. And we're like, okay, we have to check this. And I fully did not expect to find him. And there was one on the shelf.
Yeah,
and he was there. I was like, he is mine.
He's so soft.
And he's so soft. And the thing is, one of the first things, like after I got back, I was unpacked and stuff. Mum was like, right, okay. Let's see the big Hydra. And I showed it to her. She was like, I can't even be mad because it's nice colours and it's so soft.
Yeah,
I know.
I do. Everything about it is pretty cool.
He's just perfect.
I came home with some plushies. That's another one of my favourite things that I brought home is my little Highland Coo that you gave me.
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you Highland Coo.
Little plushy Highland Coo. What else? Of course. I mean, this is from Disneyland, but it's got my child. I'll post a picture of my child. Might talk about that later. I got a Chip and Dale as well from Disneyland. It's something specific I can't remember. Oh, a little Wimdy boy.
Yes,
a little Wimdy boy ball. Yeah.
The sweet shop.
Yeah,
I love sugar.
It's sugar. Or, one of them. Yeah. They had some of those little TY plushies. I got a Wimdy boy.
That you got that, and I got a basket. And just started putting stuff in it, like
candy,
two of everything, because I was getting it for the boys.
Of course, yeah. Did you get them candy cigarettes? I can't remember.
I did, and so I put that in the thing, and it didn't say candy cigarettes; it was in candy sticks. But and it wasn't. It's not the brand that you and I are thinking of that actually look like cigarettes.
Oh,
it was from one of the comic shops, or no, maybe it was from there. But it was like Justice League. DC, it was superhero branded. And they took it out and they went, what's this? And I went, candy cigarettes. And their grandmama Anne went, candy sticks! It's candy sticks!
Candy sticks.
And I'm like, yep, candy sticks.
Oh, speaking of like comic books and places and stuff like that, we went to a card shop as well.
We did!
Yeah. That was kind of cool. Like I ended up buying stuff there. I mean, sure, 2 random Pokemon cards that I like the look of, but still.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And I think one of my favourite things about that shop is the fact that when we were in there, the golf was on the TV.
Yeah, PGA Tour or something. The Masters was on.
And what did he say?
Oh, there was some old guy, right? He I don't know. I think it might have just been an exhibition or something. I don't think it was competition golf, but he hit an amazing shot, like really close on a par 3 to the hole, and like everyone's like, yeah, and they all love this guy. Like he's a character, and as he's walking down the stairs to the green, he just shouts out, "All my friends are dead."
And it was the funniest thing about I was flicking through the Pokemon cards at the time, so I wasn't concentrating. So all I heard was, "Oh, my friends are dead," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It was great. Oh man, yeah. So that was the card shop. It was outlet mall stuff. We didn't even see everything at all the outlet malls.
No,
like we stopped walking around. We were getting tired. Yeah,
we were getting tired. There was a couple of good shops though. There was a Box Lunch, which I'd never been to. Sort of anime store, which I really liked. It was in there.
Little pop culture-ish stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. And would it have been in? No, it would have been the other one because there was two sort of mall places that we went. One was downtown. One's
north, one's south.
One's north, one's south.
Yeah.
So the north, one of them had Box Lunch, the other one had Hot Topic. And as soon as we seen it, we were like, oh, we need to go to Hot Topic because we don't get Hot Topic out.
No,
it doesn't exist outside the US.
Yeah, we don't have anywhere to buy Invader Zim t-shirts.
No, I do not like Invader Zim.
We have nowhere to buy our emo clothing.
Yeah. Like, I can't think of a single place where I can buy like Twilight stuff.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Which was real,
thank God. Thank God it doesn't exist anymore.
I don't usually. It's only because Mox and I had been talking about it, and Mox was like, I will just started watching this. I was like, oh my God.
Yep.
And I saw an Edward pen and sent it to Mox.
But you were talking specifically about. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this.
Oh, no.
Right.
No.
And then there was one, because you're getting it from Mox because stuff that was being talked about. And then Mox mentioned SCPs. And I could tell by looking at your face, either you didn't know what Mox was talking about or you thought it was something else. Because I'm like, I know exactly what Mox is talking about. And afterwards, I had to say to you, you do know what SCPs are, right? The secure control protocol things. And then just blank look on your face.
I mean, I knew that's what it stood for, but I didn't understand what that meant. I was confused. It was something else.
I still need to get into. So it's a website. Look into it. scpfoundation.org or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's an interesting website with interesting reads. Yeah. It's kind of like creepypasta kind of stuff, but not all creepy.
Which I do quite like. Yeah. There's some good creepypastas.
Let's see. So Container Park. We went back to Container Park again with the idea of going to House of a Thousand Pins once more. And we get there. There's a sign on the door, and it says, "Back in 10 minutes, toilet break," or something like that. And it's like,
toilet break
like,
back in 5.
We'll hang around. So we walk around a little, and then right at the entrance, there's this little store, and it sells artwork. And I noticed out the front it said featuring 40 local artists. Now, previously, we had been to Area 15, which is where Omega Mart is, and a whole bunch of other places. We didn't go to Omega Mart this time. We didn't go axe throwing like we said we should. We only went and looked around because we wanted to buy stuff.
Yeah, we kind of got there and were like, well, we knew that we had to get saltwater taffy. That was the big thing, and we kind of wanted to, but we weren't really in the. We were going late, and we weren't really in the mood for anything. I got in the glow in the dark poodle dog. I got some choose your own adventure novels for the boys, and honestly, they pulled them out and they were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "So this." They've never seen a choose your own adventure novel.
How dare?
No, so I had to explain to them how it worked.
You use your eyes to read the words on the page. Use my eyes. That's like a baby's toy. Yeah, but I think one thing that I wanted to see there was there are art vending machines, which Rob and Slonina, Jimmy Slonina's wife, had a hand in getting set up there. Also with art.
Yeah.
You ended up getting some art from the vending machine. I didn't, because I was like, none of it gripped me, basically. But what did you end up getting?
I got something that Robin done. I think it was like a pack of postcards
stickers and
that
stuff.
had a couple of stickers and stuff in it.
Oops, I just microphone abused. I'm sorry, microphone. Do not call the cops. It was an accident. So anyway, I said let's go take a look at this art place in Container Park while we're waiting for House of a Thousand Pins to open. And I said straight away to you, because maybe they might have some Robin Slonina stuff. Yep.
You did say that, yeah.
We looking at the walls. The first thing I see is there's a big row of like not psychedelic but bright colors, neon colors of like little portraits of cats and dogs in space wearing helmets, and like I really like those. Those are cool. And we look around for maybe a minute, and I'm like, I'm just gonna ask. So I asked the person at the counter, hey, do you have any artwork by Robin Slonina? And she just kind of doesn't answer and just looks at me. I'm like, they don't know who Robin Slonina is. And they must have heard us talking about the cats and dogs, because she says, well, yeah, so we've got all these postcards. And there's also those cats and dogs, spacesuit cats and dog portraits. I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. That's the one thing that I really liked.
But we're like, shut up, that is not.
And that is my other thing that I'm very happy to have brought home, is my portrait of a space kitty. I just don't know where to put it.
Like
if you watch my Twitch streams, where I draw comics, and I was playing games on Saturday as well. I was playing Dead Island 2, and did you see my post? That yeah,
I did. Yeah, with the cowboy hat. Yeah.
That was the guest star on CatCam on Saturday. Was the portrait of the space cat.
That's a good.
Yeah. And I think you ended up getting some more Robin Slonina stuff as well.
So, I mean, Robin had literally been in like an hour before and
just
dropped
missed
off new
them,
stuff. Yeah, so the woman behind the counter had this big box of stuff that she hadn't put out yet, and it was more like postcards, but it was all Wonder Woman themed, of postcard packs and stuff, and I was like, I'm having one of each, thank you. But this woman also had a dog behind the counter. I was like, do you want to take pictures of my dog?
The interesting thing about the dog is that my dog is a showgirl. Because because the dog has multiple different outfits that it wears every day, and it didn't seem bothered at all when she got the dog up on the counter, putting a headdress on it and some sunglasses, and it's so cute. I got photos. I'm sure you do as well. We'll post them. I can't remember the dog's name. I can't remember her name, but I'll definitely be going back to that place at Container Park next time.
Yeah, it'll be... Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff in there, and I did look at a lot of stuff, and I was like, I really could. But knowing that I wanted to go back to House of 1,000 Pins, stuff like that, I was like, we'll come back.
So it must have been like 45 minutes later that we were like, okay, let's go. House of Pins must be open now. Nope, it must have been a serious toilet break.
She be pooping.
They'd be doing their business.
Thought.
Yeah. But we ended up coming back again a third time just to get back to House of 1,000 Pins, and we weren't. There wasn't anything that we could commit to.
No, I think if I had a good few hours, I probably could have. I think if I had a few hours, I probably could have gone and got some stuff. But I was like, I don't know if I'm buying it for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's what it became. Yeah, that was when we did our whole Bobby and Gasol random to final stuff that I say final. The Much a Drink came much later. But final but that's when we revisited Evil Pie, and I do kind of want a good slice of pizza right now. Oh man,
I know, I'm so annoyed. I got a Pizza Hut one night when we were there, and it was so good. And then I've had a Pizza Hut since coming home, and I was like,
you had Pizza Hut in America? When did you have that?
Yeah, I got it Uber Eats. I got it delivered to the room.
Yeah. Cool. That's another place we went. We also went to Denny's. It is our tradition now to go to, because we did that last year. But we went to Denny's. Mm-hmm. I don't remember it.
We need a better tradition than Denny's.
But no, it's what Matt. I think it's very much what Matt talks about in his early improv days, when they would just go to a diner afterwards and shoot the shit and talk. That's what. Yeah. I can't remember what I ordered. No recollection whatsoever. That's how good the food is at Denny's.
Milkshake. Somebody got a big
Kez
milkshake.
did. I think you and I got hot chocolates.
Yeah.
But food wise, no idea.
cheese.
Yes, you're
sticks,
right.
maybe?
Mozzarella
I
sticks.
don't know.
Yeah, look at your memory, hey. I had mozzarella
Yeah.
sticks last night as well at TGI Fridays. So yeah, happy hour. Get
Nice.
3 cheese sticks. I mean, was not happy with TGI Fridays yesterday. They let me down. It wasn't as bad as Super Frico, but I don't know how TGI Fridays works over there in Scotland. And it's not how it works in America, but they encourage you to use your phone to order, right? While dining in. It's great. I love it. It's perfect. No interaction really with people. But you still have to interact with people because during happy hour, on arrival, you get a free naked potato twister thingies, right? But you have to talk to the person to get them. So every time we're like, we want these, please. And like, okay. And everything else, yes, order through the app. And you don't order it all at once. It's like, I feel like a drink. I'm going to order myself a Long Island iced tea or whatever. And then it comes, then, there's still time during happy hour. I'll order another one. This person last night was adamant that we order everything through them. And I don't understand why. It's like, you've got a system in place that works perfectly for me, and now you're wanting to make me order through you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
That's
weird.
a bit of a rant about TGI Fridays. Was there anything else really at Container Park? I don't think so, was there?
Not really. Last time when I was there was a chocolate store.
Oh, yeah, and we went
upstairs
upstairs to
that
go
had
to the
other
chocolate
sweets and
store.
stuff.
You got me so excited and hyped up about this place.
And it's fucking gone.
How dare they?
I was
Times
like,
are
what the
tough
fuck?
for small businesses.
I really don't remember because I didn't even get any chocolate. I got a bag of watermelon licorice. So I didn't even get any chocolate. I got some watermelon licorice.
Licorice?
That,
Okay.
I sat and ate while texting you guys and watching the mantis on fire.
Oh, that's one thing that was downtown after the bucket show. Because I think we mentioned last time that Spadoni and Cody were kind enough to let us in on the studio to watch Paul lay down the track for long distance club mix. While we were there, Spadoni was like, I've got me and my friend have an art installation that I'd really love for you to come and see. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And it's downtown after the bucket show, easy. So that was a thing, wasn't it?
That was the thing, and I learned something about myself that I didn't know.
So
essentially,
it was done up to be like a World War II bunker. World War II, yeah, like World War II bunker. It's just a small little walk-through thing. It's tiny. It's like the size of a room, not big at all. And people were going through it 2 at a time.
Yeah, and you had to have a lantern, and you and I went through it, and you had to go through this door. And then it was like you were underground. And I was like, okay. And we got in this room, and I didn't know where the exit was. And I've never panicked at real situations before, like I panicked at that. That was genuinely like, I think I turned to you and said, I need to get out of here now.
We'll find the end, just so you know where it is. And that helped a little bit. And then we sort of looked around, and you're like, "No." With all the sound effects and everything that were going off as well. Yeah.
There was some kind. It was like whatever the opposite of white noise is. I want to say black noise, but that doesn't sound right. But there was noises in the background, and it genuinely gave me a headache, and I was like, I can't. No, I need to go.
Yeah,
I need to leave. I mean, it looked really interesting, and if the stuff was laid out, I would have really had a good dig through it. But I couldn't. I physically couldn't stay in there. It was very strange.
But when we arrived, everyone else who we were with, because we took separate cars and that, we couldn't find the place at first, so we were behind everyone else. Everyone was already waiting. We're walking in, and just sitting on top of like the bunker, the room, there was a little kitty cat. Kitty cat. A friendly little kitty cat, wasn't he? Oh, wait. No, he was not. He looked friendly. He looked like he wanted to make friends. He tried to kill Steve. Bat Scoop.
Yep.
I don't remember its name. But this cat, I think there was a lot of people who was freaking out. It just wanted out, right? Like, it pretended like it wanted to get to know some people, but no. Yeah, it bolted, and this is downtown. And the guy, I can't remember his name, who's in his studio basically. It's his cat. He's like, yeah, cat's fine. just wanted to go outside for a bit, you can go outside. But the cat is out.
I think he did say the cat's a dick.
The cat's out there, and there's like people. It's like midnight, past midnight, and there's people like walking their little dogs and stuff. And the cat would have taken these dogs. It would have killed. It would have like destroyed them.
Yeah, Kes had to go outside and stand between the cat and the dog and say to these people, "This cat will attack your dog. Please
don't let the dog near the cat." That was definitely a thing. That art installation.
Yeah. But that night was quite good anyway, because we got to meet
Squid Jesus, who gave us heaps of recommendations, which we didn't get to do nearly half of them.
It's the same as it always is. No matter how long you go for, it's never enough time.
And it just gets away from you so fast. Yeah. Hey, these places still exist on our list for next time, too. So, it's...
Mm-hmm. I think next time we should try a more solid itinerary to fit all this stuff in.
It was very much a no planning holiday. As much, I bet we did. I mean, sure, yes, we had ideas of what we wanted to do, but even me and Kez, when we go away, we plan it all. Like, we knew we were going to Disney again this year. Last year, we had all the tickets planned early, had our theme park reservations early. This year, we hadn't bought tickets to Disneyland until we were in the airport in Sydney. I got headed over. It's like, we should probably do that. That's how unorganized I want to say things were. How going with the flow things were.
Yeah, and I say because I'm very much the same. Before we went to Vegas last year, I had my PIF tickets bought. I had Penn and Teller tickets bought. But I think the thing is as well, knowing so many folks, you want to check on the night that they're going to be there and that everything's going to be okay. So,
I mean, one other place we did go to. That's it. I just looked at my notes. I'll say it now. Look, the way we talk about it is that. Oh, yes, it was us, me and Brogan on the town. But no, Kez was there, and it doesn't sound like it, but Chris was with us for a whole week, right, as well. And Chris was there for a lot of this stuff, too, which it's in not a lost episode. It's in our recorded episode that we've decided not to post because it wasn't probably... It's rough.
It's a rough edit.
There'll be ways for you to listen to it if you want to listen to it at some point. So I just feel like it was important to say that because I don't want it to seem like we're pretending Chris wasn't there, ignoring the fact that he was there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But we did go to, what was it called again? The hotel surplus kind of place, Spinetti's. Yeah,
Spinetti's.
Now that was with Mitzi. Was it? Yeah, Mitzi suggested it.
We'd met so Mitzi took us out on a Mitzi day where we went to the Modern Vegan, took us to the Neon Museum, which was great because he'd worked there in the past, so took us on his tour, and then took us to. We had mentioned the fact that we wanted Rio merchandise. Essentially, we wanted used. So you can get playing cards that were used in certain casinos, but we could not find some.
We found
ones
a deck.
anywhere.
We found somewhere downtown, I think.
The really big souvenir store. We found one deck, I think. But we wanted to look for
dice as well.
I think we found real dice, but not. I don't know. But we wanted. I was like, I would get them in every colour.
Yeah, you wanted them all. But Spinetti's, straight away, you beat me to the punch. You went up to the guys like, have you got any poker chips from the Rio with Penn and Teller on them? And the guy's like, I have one.
I was like, yes, give it to me.
God damn it.
And it was a
it's
good
like $12
price.
Or something.
It was a good price.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's up there.
Too fast for me on that one. But I ended up with the Rio matchbooks at least. Yeah, which
you did,
and the rules
are
cool. Anytime either of us want to see them, we have to show them on Zoom to each other. But there was also the poker wheel chips, which God knows how old they were. I got them and gave them
Yeah.
as well. I can't finish that sentence because I haven't done it yet. But yeah.
Well, you can, because this episode's coming out on Friday. So as long as you...
like gifts to people, like little souvenirs, and of course I kept one for myself. And you got even more than me. You got like blue ones and stuff.
Yes, I found a blue one.
Into the microphone.
I found blue. I know. I as soon as I turned my head, I knew it. I found a blue one. I found just coin, and there was one that is. I don't even know like what it is.
It's a marker chip or something, but it's big. It's like maybe it's like a commemorative or collectible. Yeah.
It's gold. So I've pulled it off just now. It is limited edition $10 gaming token. But it's it's quite literally silver and gold.
And when you were getting that, and we'd been talking about the Rio a lot while we were there. And I think we were discussing how the Rio, who knows the future of it, because there was being talk about it being knocked down for a baseball stadium. And then Mitzi was like, no, the news is just like it has been bought and it's going to be taken care of, redone, blah, 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 blah. And there was an older gentleman waiting to purchase some stuff. And he said something along the lines of, sorry, I couldn't help it overhear you talking about the Rio. I just have to say, I was one of the original, I want to say engineers, was it? Or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like designers, engineers,
who opened
something.
the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. And he was telling us stories of the good old days, basically how he also ended up working on the gaming floor afterwards, because there was it Casino was filmed there or something, and he's in the movie Casino as a pit boss, talking about hanging with the people from the movie and stuff like that. Just some cool stories. It just happened to be.
It was really cool. And I heard him talk about, because I saw him come in, and I was quite near the front when he came in, and I heard him talk to the guy about having real stuff to trade it, and I was like, don't be creepy, don't be creepy, don't be creepy. So I didn't really say anything, but I was buying stuff, and he must have started talking to you guys, and I just heard you go, Brogan's definitely the one you want to speak, because Brogan loves the Rio. And we were talking about it, and he's like, I was there the other day, it's so sad to see the state it's in now. And I was like, I totally agree, but I love it because it's the first hotel I stayed in. Penn and Teller are there. I really hope they do something with it. And he was like, it's really nice to hear people talk about it like that. So that was really sweet. I did kind of want to say, here are my contact details in case you are selling any more real stuff. Talk
Call
to
me first. But it's just that's. I think that kind of is what it boils down to. Like we did all this stuff. We saw all these shows. Had adventures, but I think a lot of it comes down to we got to hang out, which to be real, it's like we've only ever done that once before in our lives, so now we've done it twice. But meeting people we hadn't met before, who we wouldn't have met otherwise, I think that's sort of what made it, like getting to hang out with Chris for that amount of time as well.
Because we only got a couple of days last year. Mitzi was the same. We really only got like a day or two.
I'm gonna give the full shout outs to everyone because you got obviously Chris the Microscope, Matt, Paul, and Jacob. Obviously, extending their invitation way further than they had to. Nick and Jim, who. Yes, I do love you, Jim. I don't hate you, really. I believe we went to pod therapy before anything else, before ICS even. Is that right? No, that was just the first one that we got to speak on microphone for, and that was such a good time. Yes. Just their pre-show talk. It's great. Jimmy, Johnny, and RJ. Even though we didn't get to see you, RJ, thank you so much for taking care of us with Mr.
Yeah.
Piff and Jade, as always. The best, Mr. Piffles and the other dogs, and meeting Piff's sister Anne as well. That's someone,
Oh, she was lovely. I think I kind of freaked her out because I did say, because obviously we're both from the UK, and we're chatting stuff, and I was like, oh, I have to go back, unfortunately. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, no, I just don't want to be there. I want to be here.
And of course, Gary as well on the PIF crew, and Dasha for always taking care of us. I don't think I mentioned it, but like when the last of the third time that me and Kez went to the PIF show, our tickets hadn't come through, and Dasha was like jokingly, oh yeah, you can't stay away, can you? It's like, no, we really can't. And she takes care of us, tells the usher give them good seats, and of course Spadoni, I love seeing Spadoni. They didn't have to, Spadoni and Cody didn't have to invite us to their studio or to the art installation. Mitzi more than took care of us.
Thank you so much, bud. That was
Sarah
awesome.
and Steve, Sarah Boyle and Batscoop. It was great catching up since Scoop Fest. It was more time than I think we got to see you last year, which was good. And Jobeth and Sydney. I mean, look, again, only talk to Jobeth across Zoom, getting to hang out with you. Look, Jobeth treated us to some dinners as well.
It's I owe Jobeth a lot, and meeting Sydney was awesome. I love Sydney,
and especially for those parking. That took care of us, saved us
lifesaver.
A small fortune. That
I've just a very very small sidetrack here. Have you mentioned the fact that you did a voice every time you put the card in?
No. Every time we'd go,
which
every time we'd
cracked
go
me
to
up.
the parking. When I'd put the card in to get in and get out, be like, hello, I'm Jobeth Bowers and I'm here to park. Jobeth doesn't pay for parking.
And if it didn't work, you did it all in third person. It was so funny. And especially when it didn't work, you were like, how dare you?
But one of those parking passes, I was meant to put it into the parking pass thing, but I accidentally put it into the thing where you put your parking ticket, and it ate the card. Didn't get it back. Whoopsie.
Gutted. Fucking gutting.
Of course, Big Sexy and Nilla. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name, Nilla. I'm sorry. I don't remember the pronunciation, but it's great meeting you and Big Sexy hanging out again. There was just never enough time, and you inviting us to all these places, and it's like just trying to get there after like big nights. It's so hard, but I wish we could have hung out more.
Yeah.
Scoop Cheeses, our first real cheese bag in the wild. It was great. You were at the bucket. You was at the bucket show and back at the art installation. It's good to see you.
And he did invite me out later, which was awesome.
But again,
unfortunately, that was the night I was at Penn and Teller with Mox and running to meet Sarah.
and speaking of Penn and Teller as well, I mean, obviously, you both listen to the podcast. Wait for it.
Hey, buddy, nice podcast.
But of course, thanks go out to them and Reddy Rich. I really enjoy hanging with Reddy Rich and Mox. Moxie is 100%. Yep.
A king, a absolute lifesaver. Yep. I love that boy so fucking much.
Brian Brushwood, Justin Robert Young, again.
Oh my god, they did not have to. We were essentially, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was at Brian's invitation, but we were essentially intruders on a paid event, and so sweet. So I love those boys.
Yep.
Love them so much.
And we met some people we'd never met before there as well, Christian and Kak. Couple of peeps, couple of comrades we wouldn't have met otherwise if we if we weren't invited to Austin.
Exactly, Diamond Club members who are not who are not Scoops, which is because there's so much crossover, you know. So it's really cool to meet that and be like, you should listen to this. But and I also want to give a small shout as well to Brett Weaver, who I love and I've always loved, and it was so cool to talk to him. To just be like, we're going to talk about anime stuff.
Also are in Austin, Andrew Heaton. It was great meeting Andrew Heaton and his puppy.
Oh my god, yes.
See, with Heaton, it was very much it was almost another, everyone loves Brogan situation, because Heaton loves Scotland, has lived there, had a lot to talk about with you, and then when Heaton talks to me, it's like, where are you from? It's like, I'm from Perth. It's like, oh my god, I love Perth. I've been to Perth. So I think used to was it in a relationship with someone? I think they said from Perth. Was that the case? I can't remember. Yeah, dated a girl from Perth. So for once, I didn't feel too bad that you were getting all the attention.
I think he might have thought you meant Perth, Scotland.
No, because he was talking about places in Perth.
Did he?
Yeah. No, not
right.
Perth, Scotland.
Oh, that's all right.
Stop
then.
trying to make me feel bad.
Because I know for a fact. No, I just know he has dated a girl
Okay.
from Perth, Scotland, and I know that he was
Maybe
talking
that, but
about
then he clued in
there.
and was knowledgeable and was talking about it. So, yeah.
Yeah. But because he was talking about stuff, and I went, you do realise you're talking about Scottish stuff in front of an actual Scottish person. He was like, oh my God, where are you from? He knows more about, he's like, where are you from? And I'm like, Livingston. He's like, I know that,
Yeah.
that's where this happened. I'm like, how do you know this? So I really hope Heaton comes over for the Fringe.
Yep.
Because that would be awesome.
Of course, Harrison Greenbaum. We love you for entertaining us, chatting with us. We would obviously love to. I mean, we're not going to go to Kablip together, but we'd still love to record something with you. And Smitty Scoop.
Yeah. One
And
day,
Smitty
buddy.
Scoop, who just happened to be in town the same time as us for complete other reasons. And we got to relive last year and go to Dutch Brothers with Smitty. It was Smitty who introduced me to Dutch Brothers, so indoctrinated us to the Dutch Brothers. But and I'm sorry if there's people that I forgot, but we love you all, and thank you for making our trip as good and as special as it was.
I put a post up just before we left, but it's a huge. It was a big birthday for me. It was a big deal. The people who made it happen, either by being incredibly generous or by coming with me, showing up, just and looking after us. It was amazing. It was such a good time.
And I think, look, we've already mentioned a few things, but maybe we finish off our Vegas recap with our cultural exchange gifts. Because I mean, my cultural exchange gifts to you were really just birthday presents. That was what it was. Yeah, you got birthday presents.
It's technically Australian.
100%. Well, one of them wasn't Australian. One of them is quintessentially British, and that's the book.
Yes.
Well, I don't even really know what it is. What is it?
So, you guys got me for my birthday a little Bluey toy of Bingo
plushie
from Bluey. Little plushie. You got me an activity book.
Have you done any of the activities in the activity book yet?
I haven't because I don't want to ruin it, but I've been flicking through it.
If
I'm
you
doing
do
them in my
I'll
head.
get you another one. I'll get a different one. Look, there are so many Bluey books at the moment at Kez's work. There's Bluey drinking straws. Have you used them?
Yeah, you got me Bluey drinking straws, which I have used. Did I not send you the picture? Oh, I definitely have used them at least.
And there was one thing that you were mentioning all the time that you saw that you really wanted.
Oh, yeah. You got me a Bluey
You wanted
nightlight.
Bluey nightlight. Oh, fucking hell. At Walmart.
I genuinely, I am 30 years old and I do genuinely use it.
That was
I've
the
used it a
one
lot.
thing that got ruined as well for a surprise, because we went to Walmart and we were looking at the toys and shit, and we were looking at all the Bluey stuff, and I saw the exact same nightlight. Like, oh god! And I was so not inconspicuous. I was like blatantly covering it up.
Oh yeah, I like to think I played along.
I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew. It was it's what it was.
Yeah, but it was funny. But genuinely, I do the when the boys were over, they came and had a look and they saw it and they're like, "Is that a Bluey nightlight?" And I was like, "Yes,
May
it is."
not touch it.
Yeah, but I do genuinely use it as a nightlight and stuff. It sits on my bed.
I think that was everything.
But you also got.
Oh
yeah, you got me the Monty Python book.
I think I lucked out that it's not a book that you already had.
It's one of the few books that I don't have.
Well, you do now.
Yeah,
Liar.
I do, which I didn't have.
And it's in pretty good fucking condition.
It's an awesome, considering when this came out.
Like,
this is
there's like tear out
awesome
things
condition.
and stuff like that in it as well, which are still in there, surprisingly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's some Also, I mean, it's all very heavily hinged on Terry Gilliam because it's all on paper. But there's some.
Well,
there's
it's
some
all on
good
paper, but what does it
pictures and
say
stuff
on the
the boys
front of it?
dressed up.
It's the Monty Python Big Red Book, but for starters, it's blue, and it says new hardback edition, and it's clearly a paperback.
Yep.
Yep.
Gotta love it. And even the stuff on the
Yeah.
back, just absolutely. Oh my fucking god! I've never actually looked at all the stuff for them. Like, there's
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
in jokes that if you know about it, like there's quotes. There's one here that says one of the quotes is "super," which is from David Frost. Now, if you ever watch Monty Python and you hear Eric Idle do that thing where he goes "super, super," that's him doing an impression of David Frost. David Frost also had like 300 writers, so it says "super." David Frost from an idea by and the list is fucking huge, and they were all Frost writers. So that's hilarious.
And
I
then
love it.
you got me a bunch of stuff. Besides
I
the
did.
Highland Coup, you also got me a little Scotty Dog magnet, which is on my fridge.
I did, yeah.
Some Scotty Dog shortbread, Walker's shortbread.
Yeah, because Kes complained
Yep.
last time that I didn't send you
Yep.
Scotty Dog shortbread.
The Edinburgh Rock, which was already past its use by date,
Yep.
but it still tasted pretty fucking good. Except for one of them. One of the flavors in there was like not good at all. But I'm down for it. I like me some Edinburgh Rock. A little pin with a Scottish and Australian flag, which you also have.
Yeah, and I've got mine on my pinboard.
What else? What else was there? A bunch of shit, like stickers and stuff like that. Yeah.
I did
You
put a
talk
bunch of
about
stickers
the
in there. Yeah.
art that you did for everyone, like for the 1,000th
Yeah.
episode and giving them stuff. You did one for me,
Yeah.
which was not 1,000th episode related, but still, it was like a Invader Zim themed.
I did 5 prints outside of 1,000th episode canon. I did. It's still so 3 of them were Marvel. One was for Chris. It's Chris's Iron Man. One is Big Sexy as Colossus, and one is Jobin as Iron Fist. So if you want to assign yourself a place in the ICS podcast universe,
Yeah.
those 3 are taken. But you and I had spoken, and you were like, not really into to Marvel and superhero stuff. But you are
Yeah.
into Invader Zim, so I
Yep.
made you Invader
And
Zim.
you made one for Kez as well,
And-
which wasn't
did.
it wasn't Kez's anything, but it was related to her love of Harry Styles and Lewis Tomlinson.
And I had to do 2 because I drew Harry with the gammy hat. I forgot to fix Harry's
He looked
gammy
like
hat.
the Gimpy Seal Boy, to quote or misquote Penn. I don't know.
Yeah, so... But Kes was like,
Yeah.
I love Gimpy hat, Harry!
I'm sure there was other stuff
So-
in the package. I mean, there's a bunch of CDs and a vinyl album for Kez that you ported over. Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Because Kes had ordered Louis Capaldi
Yeah.
CDs that were signed, but couldn't get one of the covers. And then I seen they were up again, so I bought
Didn't
one of
know
each
which
cover
one,
because
yeah.
I couldn't remember which ones. They were like 99p,
yeah.
so who gives a shit? And now Kes has like
Everything, yeah.
doublers of 2 of them.
Is there anything else that you remember? Like, you obviously we talked about this already as well, but you got me the music to watch boxers by CD. Well, in America, I'm sure
Yep.
there was other stuff in that package. I just don't remember because look, it's not just
I
that.
can't remember
I mean,
either.
you see all these bags sitting down here. You can't quite see them. They have all the shit in them. I just haven't gone through it all. That's from everywhere.
I genuinely can't remember what I
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
everybody. So
But yeah, I think that's wrapping up our Vegas recap for now until we remember something else sometime in the future.
yeah,
So I guess it's
absolutely.
I mean we could go into some like regular episode kind of talk.
Well, I think do you know what? It's been a while. Let's do a little bit non-podcast. These are going to be 2 bumper episodes. Not as big as last week's, but
No. Well,
You
this
know.
one we're only at about 55 minutes right now on this one.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we could probably round out. How about we finish off with a cheese bag mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, we billboarded it, so why not? And this one, this cheese bag mail. Oh, I've got music for it. And you know how long it's been since I've been able to use my drops and music? Oh my god! I'm gonna push the button. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's been so long.
There we go.
It's like it's like we're back to normal, unfortunately. Anyway, this cheese bag mail comes from Gammy, aka Sebastian Robbins. Oh, yeah.
I heard Jacob read that.
Yes.
I like that name.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Anyway, Gammy writes, "Hey, C ****, then in brackets, cunt or cheese, you pick. Bags. I think we'll go with... Let's go with cheese.
Checking out.
Hey, cheese bags. Just wanted to say, loving the show. Glad to have you back in my feed. I know this may be more in the big, sexy digital nomad realm, but we have a big trip coming up at the end of May, which includes 2 days in Edinburgh and 1 in Glasgow. So, Brogan, any recommendations of things to do? Any recommendations of things to see, do, and eat? Not see, do like the ride on jet ski. See, do, and eat. That's cheers, Gammy.
It depends what kind of thing you're looking for. See, this is probably a hard thing as someone who lives in these places and doesn't really do the touristy stuff.
Well, let's go with food. Is there any like restaurants or something that Scotland might be known for? No, by the look on your face.
We might have to cut this, and I might have to do some research.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we should cut this and let me do some research.
Hang on. What about? Okay, so let's talk about things to do. What are some places? Where are some places to go?
I don't know anything about Scotland.
Come on,
okay?
man. Come on. Okay, what we're learning here, Gammy, what we're learning is that Brogan is not actually from Scotland. You know what? Google it right now. I'm not saying that Gammy should have done this. We want insider knowledge. So you're going to Google this right now, and you're going to pretend that this is stuff that you already know.
Right, let's see. That's the thing. I would look at stuff and I go, like suggestion, and go, oh yeah, no, that's a good idea.
My suggestion, Gammy, go and get yourself a haggis. Don't eat it. Just like throw it into the sea.
Catch a haggis.
Catch a haggis?
Yeah.
Someone's going to throw a haggis at you?
Oh, haggis is a wild animal.
Ah. Catch a haggis is haggis.
Catch a haggis. Yes.
The cow's stomach of the land. The cow's stomach of the sea? I don't know. Sheep's stomach. Is it sheep or cow?
Sheep.
Oh, okay. There you go. So you do know stuff about Scotland.
I do.
So you've been to Glasgow. You work in Glasgow. You work in Edinburgh.
I do. But that's the thing. You don't...
Would you recommend Gammy comes to West Lothian?
I mean, we've got a shopping centre here, and it's okay, but that's really all we're known for. And even Heaton agreed that and the one alien landing in like 91 or something.
Okay. As in, it was one alien or just one landing, but multiple aliens?
Just one landing. It's something I'd heard about years ago and had completely forgotten until Heaton mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You were not even born, so of course you don't know about
wasn't.
it. Yeah. Like, where do you get off talking about not, like, oh, I totally forgot about this thing that happened before I was born?
No, I totally forgot I'd ever heard of it. That's what I meant.
Okay, what about this castle? What about the castle that you walk past that you're not allowed to jump over the fence?
Edinburgh Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edinburgh Castle's good and interesting. You get it on a good day weather-wise, which about that time you might be in luck. We're probably coming into, thanks to global warming, we're probably coming into good weather side. There's a good view. South Queensferry is a really nice place which isn't too far outside of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Which is, really, that's where the Forth Road Bridge is. There's some good restaurants and stuff down that way. Depends what kind of thing you like to eat as well. Like,
I don't look. If you're adventurous, probably go for the like the haggises and blood puddings and shit and see. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's Edinburgh Vaults, like Edinburgh Dungeon, all that kind of thing, which you can go and have a wander around, which is pretty cool. There's like hundreds of thousands of whiskey tasting tours.
Oh yeah, do that. That's my bag. And if they've got any, like, they'll show you, I imagine, where they like store the whiskey and that. And if one of them has a canoe, ask them what they store in the canoe.
And just keep asking them.
Yep. You don't know what we're talking about. That's okay.
No.
Yeah.
If it's sightseeing stuff, there's the Kelpies, which are. Do you know about the Kelpies?
Kelpies are dogs, yeah?
No. So Kelpies are like horse-like mythical creatures.
Okay.
That. So it's essentially two horse heads coming out the ground. They're freaking huge, but they're really cool and well built.
Oh, okay. So not okay. You confused me when you said they're mythical, and then that they're actually coming out of the ground. Okay.
No, big statues.
So this is the equivalent of Albany's Dog Rock.
Yeah, it's like Lucifer, but instead it's just the head coming out of the ground.
All right. What you do have to try. I know that we can get Iron Brew, right? But if you're over there, you're gonna have to have the old and unimproved Iron Brew.
Oh, the classic stuff. Yeah,
get
universally agreed that that is better. Because Paul doesn't like Iron Brew.
I've already said it today. Edinburgh Rock. Get yourself some Edinburgh Rock.
Yeah. There's loads of stuff. We've got loads of castles up here as well that are worth a wander around. If you like Harry Potter scenic locations.
Yeah. How hard is it to like get out into the Highlands and look at like the hills and shit and ruins, etc.?
It's not too hard. There's like loads of tours taking folk out into stuff like that.
How long would it take to, like, let's say Gammy's got a car, how long would it take to drive out there?
Couple of hours.
Okay.
Maybe. It takes an hour and a half for me to drive from Livingston to Dundee, which is quite... It's pretty... Bearing in mind, this is Scotland, not... Texas.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I was working with a guy, my first day back at work, and I'd never met him before, but he was filled in that it was my first day back at work, and I'd just been abroad to the US. He's like, oh, so where'd you go? It's like, we went to Vegas and LA and like Disneyland. Oh, and we spent a couple of days in Austin as well. I was like, Austin. How'd you like Austin? And my response was, it's certainly different. It's like, yeah, it is. It's different.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about
not much.
Austin.
Yeah, no.
Austin's okay. Austin has Torchy's and Brian Brushwood's compound, and that's all I care about.
Okay, let's say I'm going out to the Highlands, yeah? How likely am I to find a broadsword stuck into the ground coming out of a grassy hill that says, like, MacLeod on it or something like that?
Unfortunately, very unlikely.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I mean, unless you buy your own and then stick it in the ground.
Yes, but still.
You can buy swords. It's not... there's a lot of places with swords.
Yep, okay. So that's your recommendations. Buy some Iron Brew, some swords, Edinburgh Rock.
Yes.
I see what you're saying, though. Like, if someone said, oh, I'm coming to Perth, where should I go? What should I do? What should I eat? Like, well, look, I mean, Aussie cuisine is pretty average. If you like seafood, find a nice seafood restaurant, because I don't eat seafood. If you don't like seafood, there's a Macca's. Go to McDonald's. See, I'm totally against all the touristy stuff in the city. It's like, go to Elizabeth Quay. No, don't. There's nothing there. It's not interesting. Go to the city. That will take up 3/4 of an hour because it's Perth and tiny. What else is there to do in Perth? No, I've got recommendations. You're in Australia. You're going to want to see some kangaroos. Off to the cemetery.
But like thinking of the touristy stuff, like there's Edinburgh Castle. It totally depends on your thing, because I look at Edinburgh Castle and I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
But is that because you've seen it your entire life?
But I've only been up there like twice. It's not just seeing like going around and going in the castle and looking at stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Camera Obscura, which is fine, but it feels it's more built around kids.
Yeah.
There's do you know what? There's the National Museum of Scotland, which is cool because Dolly the sheep's there.
Taxidermed Dolly the sheep.
Taxidermed Dolly the sheep.
Interesting. All right. Dolly the sheep. I assume everyone knows who Dolly the sheep is.
Yeah. The cloned sheep.
The first cloned animal, isn't it? Yeah. First successfully cloned animal. Oh God, this was before you were born as well, wasn't it? Christ.
Yeah.
You were younger than cloning. Oh my God.
I'm older than Google, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Google was 1997, 96, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, there's things we can't talk about to do with cloning.
I know.
So sad. Yeah, there you go, Gammy. I don't know how helpful that was. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
If I was coming to Scotland and to visit you, where would you take me?
I would take you up to the castle. I would take you to the museum.
Yep.
Depends how long you've got and where you want to go. If we had time, I'd find a way to take us to the Highlands to see the Highland Coos.
Yep.
Loch Lomond.
What was that? Loch something, was it?
Loch Lomond.
Okay. What about Loch Ness? Is it hard to get to Loch Ness?
It's not too bad. We would go there.
Cool.
I said we could go there, like you're actually coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loch Ness, yeah, worth a look.
I would spot the Loch Ness monster. I wouldn't tell anyone because it's just between me and Nessie. That's all.
Snitches get stitches, as Penn said.
Yeah. Well, sometimes snitches don't get stitches. Why did I say that the other day? I was watching my friend's stream, and they were playing some game, and one of the options was snitch on them, and I said snitches don't always get stitches, and they laughed at that, and they don't know why.
No, the absolute desperation in Penn's voice when he said that. Like, just, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna cut the music.
Yeah. Right. So hopefully that's helped. If you have anything, ideas where you're like, oh, is this a good idea? Let me know, and I can judge on that.
Yeah, and if
that's probably easier.
Those ideas, reach out to Brogan on social media or to Hey Buddy Nice Podcast on social media. It's at NicePodBud or at 7 Billion Needles.
Yeah, and Wayne's at Wayne Geo.
And if you would like to... Oh, damn, I did the thing. If you'd like us to answer your cheese bag mail, write to us. It's admin@nicepodbud.com, or you can go to the website, nicepodbud.com. There's a form that you can fill in, contact form. You know how the internet works. You know how to do this shit. And you can get some quickly Googled answers from Brogan.
Nothing but quality answers for my listeners.
Yeah. And we haven't discussed this yet, but I reckon maybe next episode we might have some plans for people want to give us money, so we might have some Patreon plans. So in the next couple of weeks, I think we'll get that sorted. And if you've got any ideas of what we could do for like reward tiers or something that you would like, I mean, obviously we're thinking things like we're already considering stickers and art and things like that. But if you've got any ideas or something you would like, let us know. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.